All right, so this presentation is really for all the people out there who were just in a plane, and then the plane went over the jungle, and then the plane crashed, and everyone else died except for you, and now you're lost in the jungle, and you don't really know how to survive. So if that sounds like you, then you should really be watching this video right now, because it's gonna be a helpful one for all the lost jungle survivors out there who need to survive and they need tips, and I can give you tips. So let's just jump right into it. One of the most important things that you're gonna need to do is to find some food. One of the best sources of food in the jungle is the classic jungle turkey. I believe these are native to the Amazon, but also they exist in every jungle out there. And so if you want to get yourself some food, these guys are easy to hunt. They're very slow, and they live in the jungle, and they have tons of meat on them. So that's probably why you should be hunting turkeys if you're living in the jungle. Now, another important thing for surviving in a jungle environment and surviving is to wear the correct clothing. Like, for example, this guy, he's got the right clothing on. He's got the leopard print toga, and all of the leopard print shoes. So if you're planning on going on a plane ride, just in case, you should bring your leopard print togas and shoes, and maybe even your bow, so that you can survive really well in the jungle. Another thing that you're gonna want to do is have really long, unkept hair, but a nice clean shaven face, because that's really important for surviving in the jungle. I'm pretty sure Tarzan rocked that outfit, and that's why you should be wearing leopard print togas and shoes and shaving your face, but not being able to cut your hair. Now, one thing that's important for you to do pretty early on is to find yourself a place to stay, and one of the best places to live is actually finding yourself a family of gorillas that'll take you in, and hopefully there's a kind mother gorilla and like a tough father gorilla. That's this big tough silverback over here, and the mother will want to take you in as one of their own, but the father will be kind of all serious and not really talking to you that much, because I don't know, he didn't really want to he would rather have gorilla kids. Um, but you bond with all of the younger gorillas, and then they take you in as one of their own, and they protect you from dangers and stuff, and you protect them from dangers too, and you just kind of work together, and it becomes a great relationship. And that's why you should be living with gorillas in the jungle. Now, one of the most important things for you to do is to fight off the European explorers. Now that you've gained their trust, the gorillas will fight with you. This is the gorilla from earlier, by the way, and this is you. Make sure to take karate classes, just in case you end up in the jungle. And then all the modern Europeans will be landing in the New World, and they will be trying to take over some land and set up colonies. But luckily, you and the gorilla are trying to fight them off, and you just gotta succeed in fighting them off in order to keep your jungle's way of life and preserve the safety of the jungle. Now, another important thing for you to do is to fall in love with one of the female explorers from the European conquering ship. And while you're fighting off Europeans, you manage to meet up with one of the Europeans, and then I don't know, you kind of hit it off a little bit, And even though you're like a crazy jungle guy and she's like a civilized English woman, you manage to get a good relationship going. And that's why you should be falling in love with European explorers when you're living in the jungle. Now, obviously, the next step is to go home with the European explorer right here. Um, and obviously, this is of your own volition. You now have all of these great friends who are accompanying you home, and your love is over here, which is great. And now you're going back to England with the explorers, and they are kind of very accepting of you, and they think of you as being a person too. And that's why you should be going home with English explorers back to England. And now that you're back in England, you can finally live happily ever after with your new love and have just a great life with her. And this is just a really great way to end off your jungle survival lifestyle, because now you're living at home. You got a good job. You got a good lover who's English, and you're just you got a really good life. And now that you're away from the jungle, and that's probably why you should be living happily ever after with your European lover whenever you decide to go live in the jungle. Alright, so that's it for this presentation. But if you found these tips helpful, then you should probably be pressing the subscribe button right now, because I post daily jungle tutorials and tips. I post every single day, and all of my content is based around jungles. And I'm actually a person who's living in a jungle right now, and that's why you should be trusting me whenever I tell you something. That's kind of my experience. I've spent many years, many a gorilla family I've had, and it's just been a really great wild ride, and I've learned so much that I just want to give it to you guys and just be pay it forward. And that's why you should be listening to me and subscribing for more jungle content. All right, smash that subscribe button and subscribe for more jungles.